saying, well, I think eventually I'm going to switch into mass carry.
Yeah, it's not a great unit, but it's definitely got just a little bit more chance to win against Infestor Broodlord than pure ground. And moreover, it's going to trade better against Mass Spine and Spore. So in the event that it's going to be a base race, which I would say has a 59.6% probability right now, carriers are going to be doing better at that.
59.6, that's very specific.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while.
All right, so Creator is setting up that 5th base. Not surprising at all. I'm sure that Miya will take his relatively soon. Just cleaning up the upgrades right now, even getting the Observer speed, getting his 2nd Cybernetics core.
Yeah, you were right, Artosis. He's definitely going for that carrier switch. I will be super sad if he's going to try Void Rays again. It's been proven time and again that Void Rays are not viable against Mass Infestors.
Yes. I get really sad when I see people make like 20 Void Rays. Yeah. And oftentimes it's a desperation move. It's like, well, if you know that desperation move isn't going to work, why don't you just make the carriers? Like, you might get killed before, but you're going to get killed with the Void Rays anyways.
I prefer desperation carriers any day to desperation Void Rays.
Yes, agreed.
I'd rather make 20 DTs than 20 Void Rays. And that's saying something.
Dude, the Void Ray is the worst unit in Protoss army as far as I'm concerned. I would rather use every single other unit.
Pre-Infestor, it wasn't, but...
Yeah, well, when Infestors sucked, man, like, all PvZ was going literally 2 or 3 base. Matters on the map, Colossus Void Ray. Boy, weren't those times terrible for Zerg.
Now, Miya, as I said, his style is getting tons of Infestors with Broodlords. I feel like 15 Broodlords is already quite a lot, but as the game goes on and he maybe loses some Broodlords, I could see him just maintain up to 12 Broodlords max and get more and more Infestors, because they have the kind of cost efficiency that Miya would be looking at maintaining. And one thing that Miya does, this game is, by the way, developing very similarly to my gaming as Miya. Eventually, we were even fighting over the mineral bases. All the other minerals were mined out. What Miya does is he's going to get Nidus network, and he's going to walk in with 8 Infestors, and then he's going to throw Infested Terrans everywhere, and he's going to kill like 16 gateways. Even if you get there, he's going to kill tons of stuff, and then he'll do it on the other side, he'll do it on left and the right.
A beautiful way to play in a super late game.
And then you just need to make 2 Void Rays and patrol them on the 2 sides of the map to make sure that Overlords can't get past. But he can do it with Changelings too, and good luck catching all of those.
Yeah. Well, this is a nice little move here from Creator, sending in these 3 DTs. Thing is, you're going to kill this hatch, but guess what? Mia's going to remake it. There's no real tempo gain here, which is what like a DT snipe will do there, because the DTs realistically they cost a similar amount to that hatchery that they snipe. So
and more gas, and in the end, you're going to have like 300 gas less in your entire game plan.
So it's while it's cute, it's cool, not a big change in this game. Now, carriers are in production. By the way, I do want to throw out my thought process. I cannot wait for the Tempest to replace the carrier in late game PvZ.
Yes. I should say, Blizzard, yes, because they're kind of the god
for all
of the
the people whining about the carrier going away, I can't wait. I know it's not going away now, but you can kill the carrier 100 times if you give me the Tempest to try to battle an army like this from Zerg.
I totally and wholeheartedly agree. I mean, the carrier is not quite the same as it was in Brood War anyway. It doesn't have the same healing, the same micro. It has never gotten any buffs yet. It's not working right now. It's not a very good unit for its cost. Even for not its cost, just for its supply, it's not very effective. Tempest will change this matchup so much, I think.
It's seriously
I think Blizzard is doing a good job. Every patch they do, the Tempest is less ridiculous and more kind of really seeing a place for it.
And
no, it's just going to keep getting fungal. This mothership will die.
Yeah.
And
in fact, everything here should die. Yeah. I mean, he has more than enough fungals to do it. But the way he already attacked down into that base, it's so obvious what's going on that he's doing a carrier switch. The units that he gave up, suiciding on that 5th base, like 2 Archons, some Stalkers, a Colossus.
Giving away 10 Zealots to Broodlord. It's very obvious. And that is why Miya is actually attacking now.
Yeah. Normally we wouldn't see an attack at this time, but it's quite obvious. But this is nice here. This multiple Zealot harassment is going to do a good job. But look at this, 10 more Corruptors on the way. He already has 9 Corruptors and 24 Infestors, so that's going to be enough to deal with these carriers for now.
And would you mind checking, do they have Neural Parasite? I definitely think they should
Yes, they do have Neural Parasite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, they got Burrow, they got Neural Parasite, they have 1 armor, 1 carapace upgrade, so it looks like Miya should be ready for anything that Creator's throwing at him. Creator already invested thousands upon thousands of resources into carriers, carrier upgrades, and they're probably going to get countered the moment they really come into play.
Yeah.
All the Corruptors and Infested Terrans. And He's going to fungal Interceptors.
He is. He's going to be able to chain fungal all those death easily. He can even mind control the carriers and give them back interceptors with his own money if he wants. Because that's how good it's looking. But it is that base trade scenario we're talking about to a certain degree. I mean, he's killing off a lot of the Zerg base. Thing is, the army seems ultimate and unkillable for Zerg. It's going to be very difficult to take this out.
Yeah.
And at this point, we should look actually more at the unit tab. I guess you guys can't see that on the other thing.
Did he save any drones? He's losing all his bases.
Let me see. I think he must have drones
he
with him. I would be really
spores
surprised.
with his army normally.
Yeah.
He is.
He has 2 spines with it. Normally you see a bit more than that, but
okay.
I mean, he's got buildings, so that's good.
Now the funny thing is, when spores and spines are uprooted, they don't take damage, even when not on creep. I found that out 5 days ago.
You only found that 5 days ago?
I thought they were always transfusing it.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be too hard.
Now, Artosis, at the top right, the carriers are conglomerating, and he has a Zergling nearby. Does it have vision of the carriers?
Let me see.
Yes, it does.
It sees one
He could just
carrier.
send his Corruptors there right now
that's
to go
true.
kill them off.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's doing. Look at that flock of Corruptors.
Oh, God. Yeah. This is going to be pretty brutal. I mean, that is 19 Corruptors on the way.
And that's so much for the 5,000 resources the Creator invested into the carriers.
Yeah. They aren't going to have too much of a chance. Well, they see what's going on here.
Why isn't he going to the carriers?
You know what? Maybe he didn't actually see it. I think he must have, but now he just flew over the Zerglings, so, okay, they're going to go down and head them off the
trajectory to intercept.
Yeah. So, at this point, he actually has 1 drone. All his larva is about to be dead. Okay, he's being revealed, so now he sees those walking around spines.
Where is the drone?
You know
I wonder.
In this situation,
Creator
I feel like
the spine.
Yeah, he can just target those. It does, well, I mean, it looks like he's the observer. There we go. He's showing you the carriers are all just going down.
Yeah, they killed maybe 10 Corruptors or so. Lost 8 carriers for that. Now, Creator is not going to be eliminated anytime soon. He has probes on the map, he has resources, he's nexusing at the bottom right, so he's not going to get revealed. So it's absolutely quintessential for Miya to save those 2 spine crawlers, and there are no queens to transfuse them, so he needs to be throwing up infested Terrans non-stop around the clock.
Yeah.
I wonder where that drone is. At this point, it's completely impossible for Creator to win the fight. It's just about killing the 2 spines.
He has to just target those down somehow. In fact, he's making another carry in the top left. I don't even understand the thought process behind that. Like, I would rather be warping in Zealots or Stalkers to try to blink in especially.
Oh yeah, Stalkers should be the best friend
probably, here. Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it, because he can see these them walking around.
Now, is
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. We know where the drone was.
But of course, Creator, because there was still vision revealing, he sees that hatchery coming up now, so he's just going to go straight for it, and it's the only drone in the game. He's going to be able to kill that hatchery, no problem. Now, Miya, I can't believe that he isn't scouting with changelings around the spines, because he really needs to protect those spines. This is like one of those funny missions in arcade type of missions in the campaign of StarCraft, where you have this inferior army, and your mission objective is kill the 2 spine crawlers.
Go in and save Tassadar or something like that, but in this case, kill him. I mean, you're completely right. He's not protecting them well. His hatchery it's been found, so there's not much that he can do about that. He still obviously can make drones when they pop out. He could cancel that, but it's his last drone. I don't think he has a single larva left.
Oh,
he doesn't have larva left.
He has 6 drones. He must have had larva at the bottom left or something, which didn't...
Oh,
sweet.
yeah, I guess you're right.
All right.
That's really good for him. Okay, it's looking more and more like he should be able to take this.
Yeah. We look at the production tab. He's making another hatchery, and he should capitalize on that now, the fact that he's not being revealed, to make another hatchery, then cancel the first, and then get the money back and make other stuff.
And he sees that there's Protoss mining in that bottom right, but at this point, with the type of economy and type of units he has, he could literally just go up to that hatchery that he just lost, plant his 2 spines, and start mining and making drones. I mean, he can refill his economy. It's something Creator can never, ever do. He's never going to be back to where he was, and this army is not much different than what he wants anyways in the long game.
Yeah, that's true. Even if Creator was 190 supply now, Miya would still have the better army.
Yeah.
So Miya has a huge window where he can start reproducing economy.
Yeah.
He has 800 minerals, so every larva is going to be a drone instantly with some queens. He should be able to do it just like that. And there we go. That's a good place to expand.
Yeah.
He's going to be nearby. He's going to be able to kill off this base.
This brings everything to a head right here. Okay, that's enough infested Terrans. He can kill off everything right there. Now he can just sit here and wait. Because, again, there's simply no way. And, I mean, you said it perfectly, Grubby, when you said if Creator was maxed, Mia's army would still be better.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's still walking around the map chasing an army that's much more mobile doesn't make a lot of sense. He can actually sit there and say, come to me.
Yeah. Now, we see Creator making some Archons because he had retained some of that gas, and he's on 2 Archons. So I can bet you he's thinking right now, maybe if I Vortex all the Broodlords, but you know, Miya is just going to throw infested Terrans in the Vortex, and that's going to displace the Archons to the point where they don't actually get that insta-gib, that railgun on the Broodlord. So it's probably never going to happen.
No,
Maya's control is just too good for that.
And realistically, even if he Vortex every single one of those, there's enough bungles to hold those Archons back.
Yeah.
And it'll end. And, I mean, this is going to be terribly, terribly hard.
Yeah, we saw some feedbacks on the infestors. We have interceptors shooting. The next time the interceptors will fly out, he's probably going to bungle them.
Well,
and a lot of changelings going to be able to give vision so that Miya can micro perfectly against that. They do die. Miya has a pretty sick spread with his infestors. He can bungle the High Templars once, and that would be the end of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's nothing really left for Creator. He has to go up the ramp, and it's not going to end well. He's actually got less supply than this third player. All right, let's take a look at this. Many things are dying.
Neural on the mothership, Vortex on the Protoss army. It wasn't necessary, but it certainly helps.
Yep, and, well, a lot of units going in there. None of this really, truly matters. The army advantage goes completely to Miya, and the Creator will be GGing in a moment here.
Yeah. That's a lot of infested Terrans. The carriers go down very, very quickly. And for a moment, you're like, hey, is carrier? No, guys. It's not.
No, it's not happening. Sorry, guys. And down everything goes. We should be seeing a GG. There you have it. SlayerS.Miya goes up 1 game against the Korean champion. Oh my god, Creator is 1 game from being eliminated from WCS Asia Finals.
Yeah, whoa, that's sick.
Isn't that crazy? This is losers round 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, losers round 2.
So Creator